Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We continue with our recitation from Bavan Akhri and the recitation. Salok. Maya Dolai Bahu Bidhi, man lapteo teh sang, magan te jeh tum rakho, so nanak nameh rang paudi. Mamma magan har iana, den har te reho sujana. Jo dino soe keh bar, man मूरख कर कर है पुकार. जो मांगे तो मांगे बिया, जाते कुशल न काहू थिया. मांगन मांग ता एक है मांग, नानक जाते परह पराग. We've been talking about the mind wandering, and the Guru carries this theme a little further in this passage. He says, Maya Dolai Bahu Bidhi man lapteo te sang. Maya, this world play, makes the mind wander in many directions, and yet the constant grasping of the mind does not lead to any satisfaction. So the Guru advises us to seek fulfillment by funneling all desire into love for the wisdom of the self. Mangan teje tum rakhe namme rang. That is the way out of the wandering of the mind. And in the Pauri, the letter of the alphabet is mamma, from which the word manganhar is formed. Manganhar, one who desires or begs. And the Guru says, the manganhar is constantly begging for worldly objects, or is desirous of an ever greater variety of worldly experience. Such a person, the Guru says, is devoid of wisdom, jnana. Our begging is like that of a child. A child is also called jnana, one who lacks discrimination between good and bad. But the wise, Sujan, understand that the giver, the Denhar, dwells within and can perceive our needs and always sustains its creation. De reho Sujanna. So the one inside is also a Sujan and is constantly tending to our needs. And then the Guru asks a rhetorical question. Why does the Murkh mind, man Murkh, kah kare pukar, jo mange to mange biya? Why does the foolish mind, he says, constantly cry out for more worldly pleasure when it knows that these pleasures do not bring any lasting satisfaction? Chate kusal na kahu thiya. And the concluding advice is learn to beg for only one thing. Jate mange ta ek hai mang, which is to ask the mind, which is to ask for wisdom of the self, to ask for that thing through which a state of no desire, parag, is achieved. Parag actually refers to pollen, the innermost essence of the flower. So the Guru is asking you to reach for the essence. Now Gurbani tells us that birthing into the world of time, space and motion, which is Maya, is an event of separation, and the separation is in consciousness. We separate from the source, and this severance is traumatic because we transition from a state of organic oneness where there is no lack and no desire. We transition from that state to an embodied consciousness that is limited. And these limitations fill us with fear of extinction and give us a sense of perpetual lacking, desire, in other words. The third Nanak, Guru Amar Das, actually speaks of this experience in Anand Bani. Lid chudke laggi trishna maya amar vartaya. The delusion of Maya takes over at birthing. So the point being that our yearning is a natural outcome of that severance, but it is misdirected. We seek fulfillment through self-identification with the ego, which always is looking for pleasure and avoids pain. And this is all based on past conditioning, associations. It is unaware because it does not have that discrimination or discernment that pleasure and pain are inextricably intertwined and that one must follow the other. So the antidote to the wandering of the mind is love of wisdom, namme rang. That is the antidote that transforms ego identification to identification with the self, returning home, as it were, from a illusory state. On that note, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.